In terms of the fastest bowler you may have ever faced, who might that be?
I think it was Ken Jones from England.
That's when the England touring team was here, and you made 100
In Antigua.
in Antigua. That must have been a memorable innings.
Yeah, Ken Jones, because he was left arm, eh?
Mm-hmm.
He was bowling over the wicket, and the ball coming up at you and coming up at you.
Kind of
Awkward,
but you handled him.
I handled it because it was like going across me. And in that same match, I made a century.
Didn't the West Indies selectors see something then, Sarge?
Well, as I say, we was from the small islands.
Why?
Gilbert and myself batted in that innings. Gilbert made a good 84, I think. And but he took some licks because he was left-handed.
So he got that couple.
And the ball was coming up to him, coming into him, instead of like me, he was going away.
Yeah.
But he was a strong fella, and
he
took his
managed
licks,
to
man. But he batted well. He too, I think,
got a hard time.
Yeah, good all rounder.
So you played for Nevis until what year? Remember what time you decided to call it a day?
I think it was 1984 somewhere there, the last time I played for Nevis.
You remember what score you made in that game? Sometimes people remember those things. Maybe not.
I can't remember those things. I mean, I always say some people know a lot more about my cricket than myself.
Yeah.
I never really into the statistics, at that time.
But you remember those days, Sarge. I remember vividly Grove Park packed up with people. I don't see that at cricket nowadays. What do you think is the cause for that?
Well, I think that the young people now have so much more to do, As I said earlier, in my days growing up, all we had was cricket.
Now they have computer and tablet
and basketball and everything.
Yeah.
And even the spectators, I mean, that's the only sports, we knew at that time.
But now they have
other things to do. So it's really sad to see sometimes you have cricket here, you have in matches between St. Kitts Nevis or Barbados and nobody in the park.
Wow.
But
Sarge, looking back as we wrap up this now, nowadays the cricketers don't seem to be as dedicated. Elkemiro Willett described it this way. He said they are more interested in the bling. He said the earring and whatever. If you were to talk to a young cricketer, especially one from Nevis, because that's where our heart is, what would you tell that young cricketer in an era where cricket is really making money now? What would you tell that young cricketer?
Well, I would say if you want to make it in life, cricket is a very easy way to make it. I mean, you don't have to go to work for 20 years or whatever to build a house. You make West Indies side.
You could build a house in 2 years.
Then you got a house, get a good family, get a good livelihood. So I think that's the way to go. Put more into your game and you'll get more out of it.
In terms of putting more into it, I get the impression that when you and Big Bird and these guys used to play for Nevis, you guys used to train. You guys used to put effort into this thing. What kind of practice and training regime would you recommend?
Well, nowadays they have nets and so you can go and just get one person with you and go on and practice. But in my day, you had to pick your practice any old how. I remember I used to have a ball tied up in my house on a stocking, on a string, and try to knock it to get, You have to do a lot of work on your own if you want to make it, I used to play cricket morning, noon and night. Every little chance I get. In Cotton Ground we used to have
all in the road, coconut bats and all the things like that.
Especially when school was on holidays, we used to have like a tournament going on. We start a match and we continue it until it's finished. We go to lunch, we go, especially when mango seasoning, we go, the mango, got the mangoes, go to the beach, come back in the afternoon and continue the game. And we used to do that all the time. We had a thing we call the upper land against down land. The upper part of the village against the lower part of the village. So we used to play a lot of cricket, and I think that is what is lacking now.
The more you play, the better you get.
The better you get at it. Yeah.
Okay, Sarge. I know you're not feeling too well and all that. So now you're retired. You live right here in what we call this Harborview. Harborview. And what you do normally now on the routine? You watch a lot of cricket. You do gardening. What you do?
Yeah, well, once cricket on, I would watch a lot. And I do. Yeah, I look after my plants around my house.
Okay.
And then in the little thing around the house, like the little carpentry or masonry or
you got a little skill.
Plumbing, anything like that, I would do. So I keep myself occupied, and I have my days planned, like what I would do from day to day. So I'm not really bored as such. I mean, I am just enjoying it.
Nice. And I guess you could finally say thanks to the missus, right?
Oh, yes,
she would have been an integral part of your life.
Been a tower strength to me, especially for the past 3 years when I was sick, and so she supported me a lot. If it wasn't for her, maybe I wouldn't be here today. So I give God the credit, and I give her a lot of the credit as well.
Did she ever watch your back?
I think so, as mostly when, probably before we got married,
She's from St. Kitts, right?
She's from St. Kitts, but her mother is from Nevis.
So when St. Kitts playing Nevis, which side she back with?
That don't worry me at all. I understand how that is, but
I understand.
I know her mother from Nevis, her mother always back Nevis.
Okay.
But I didn't play much. Just a short time when I got married.
Okay.
I got married 74.
Oh, okay.
So at that time I was like
getting out. Well, Sarge, I want to thank you so much for spending this little time with us, and folks on Nevis will be watching this. I know you don't come up as often now, but maybe you could just say a final word to the people on Nevis, your people, anything you want to share with them at this point.
Well, I just want to thank the people of Nevis for the support over the years when we play cricket. They're always 100% behind Nevis. In those days, the rivalry between Nevis and St. Kitts was very hot, and we weren't lacking the support. The people usually come out and support us 100%. So I just want to thank them and for all the support over the years.
You remember Zumba and Martin with the dolly?
Oh yes. Can't forget those guys. I mean, especially those guys who live in St. Thomas. When we playing, they follow us all about. I remember when we had the confusion in Antigua.
I forgot to ask
these
you
guys
about
from St. Thomas were there, and they had a shield. We used to play for the Heskett Bell Shield. They had a shield made of cardboard. And the people thought that, they said they didn't understand we have the shield, so they came for it. They came from by a hotel. And they had Martin and Zumba and all those guys came to give us all support. And even when we go to St. Thomas, St. Quex to play, those guys used to support us a lot, man. So it's just thank all of them for the support over the years.
I clean forgot. I'm not telling you we're done, but that Antigua thing, just a quick one on that. Yon Howell were batting. Nevis apparently was in a position to probably win the match, if not draw it. What happened?
Yeah, we were in a thing. I think we had 280 something also to win. We had 180 something or something.
One
for two. And we were in a position to win. Howell was batting beautifully. And what hurt me a lot, because Howell was a fine batsman, but he just couldn't get to make runs.
And now he's making runs.
He said that if he didn't make runs in that game, he
Yeah,
was going
stop.
to finish with it. And when he was making runs, they tried to cheat him. But obviously he wasn't out. He played the ball so hard. He was an LBW.
They sent him LB.
Yeah.
Was an
and
Antigua
even-
umpire.
Yeah, and the ball was even outside the leg stump. I mean, we talk about it all after that. You know, Guy Haywood, we reaches all these guys. We talk about it. They knew he was no, but you know they were desperate because the
Yeah.
crowd, Antigua crowd,
Wanted them
was
to win.
against them.
Oh.
Was turning against them already. Eh? So they wanted to win, and they had the umpire. They call him Ducks, or the Ducks, and
Oh boy.
he just was a cheating umpire. You know,
Okay.
just was a cheating umpire.
Legend has it that when they sent Howell, wrongly of course, that Livingstone Sargeant at the other end said, "Don't go." Is that true?
No, I didn't tell him don't go.
Okay.
I told him that he wasn't out. I knew he wasn't out.
Okay.
His captain came down on the field. Ed Atton was captain. He came down and he said he didn't tell him to go. He said, I mean, they changed. Viv Richards was out. They put him back into bat.
Exactly.
And
In the same game.
In this, not the
In
same
another
game,
game.
another game
Yeah.
against St. Kitts. So he wanted that as well, and he didn't tell him to go out. So why should I tell him go? I
Right,
wasn't
right,
the captain.
Right, right.
I would tell anybody
Mhm.
that he wasn't out, and I knew he wasn't out.
Right.
So
And then that created a riot. You had to
well,
run to the
yeah,
pavilion.
the game had broken up, and we had to the match finished. We went to the hotel. The crowds came down making noises. I told us, said they come for the shield. We didn't have no shield. And then we had to
I understand that Robert Lowen and Bratcher Premier got a flight for y'all
Yeah.
to get y'all out safely.
and,
Wow.
Eugene Baldwin
Wow.
was instrumental.
Were y'all scared at any point?
Really scared
Wasn't
as
scared.
such, you know.
Okay.
It ended up all right, although Vivi Richards' father, he was the prisoner,
Prison guard
prisoner,
officer.
and he had the prisoners there, and he actually hit Howell.
Wow.
Yeah. But apart from that,
Vip's father hit Powell.
Yeah,
Powell.
yeah.
Wow.
after
Wow.
that we came out all right, and you know, as usual, when we came home, the crowd was there to
To
take us.
support. Well, Sarge, thanks a million for going down memory lane with me and with our Navy spokes. Thanks a lot, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the years that God allows you here.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I hope that I'll be around for some more time. I don't know.
And enjoy another Nevisian making West Indies team, right?
Yeah, it's time for that. to
Thanks for
happen.
that. All right, Sarge, thanks a million.